I'm constantly looking for ways to encourage my kids, and I've got 3 practices that I keep coming back to over and over again to that end. Number 1, every single night, the last thing I tell them before leaving the room is, hey, girls, you know dad loves you no matter how many bad things you do. Most kids understand that, right? But I say, hey, you know I also love you no matter how many good things you do. And I say, who else loves you like that? And they say, Jesus. And I'm trying to get them to understand there's nothing they can do to earn any more or less of my love and ultimately their Heavenly Father's love. And that is the greatest encouragement in the world that I can think of. Number 2, I try to bless my kids verbally with my words. You read all throughout the Old Testament of all these verbal blessings that Joseph spoke over his sons, that all these people are speaking over their kids. And so I try to do that, not in a formal, awkward way of laying hands on my kid necessarily, but just in prayer around the dinner table. I will call out specific things that I see God producing in my kids. Like, for example, this past weekend, I just thank the Lord for how he is cultivating a heart of care for orphans in my 10-year-old Ellison. And those little words, those little prayers I'm praying would be great encouragement to my kids. And then finally, number 3, I'm trying to encourage my kids about how God can use them and their seemingly ordinary work today and when they're grown-ups to deliver his extraordinary blessings in the world. And one of my favorite ways to do this, anytime we're going on a road trip, right? We, like a lot of families, will pray before we hit the road, asking for God's protection. And then I'll force every kid to name one job that God used to answer that prayer on the road. So Kate will say, oh, God made somebody to make the seatbelts. Or Emery will say, oh, God made somebody to make the GPS. And I'm trying to implant in their minds this idea that all these jobs and whatever job that they do in the future is the means through which God delivers his extraordinary blessings in the world.